Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball ranking video where I'm going to be ranking all of the Dragon Ball figures that's ever been made. Well, pretty much every Dragon Ball figure that's ever been made in the S.H.Figuarts line. It's a video that I've always wanted to do but never had the time. But now that I'm here in California, I have a day off. It is Sunday. So I do have a day off. So yeah, I mean, while I can't actually do any reviews at the moment, you know, this is a good chance for me to go over all of the figures, most of the figures. I'm going to explain the rules later on, but all of the figures that we've gotten so far in the S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball line. So yeah, I'm here in my hotel room. I've got to head out for lunch maybe in an hour, so I want to try to finish this video within the hour. We'll see how things go. There are 146 figures in this list, as you'll see. But if I can get them all done within the hour, we'll make it one video. If not, then I'll break it up into, maybe 2 videos or 3 videos, depending on how much time it takes. I probably won't, do a full rundown on each figure, but, just try to keep it brief and give you guys my opinion. I got all of these photos from my mate, Rockchala. He has his own website, so go check him out. It's at rockchala.com. It's a checklist of every single release that we've gotten so far in the S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball line, including the event exclusives, which I will not be ranking, just the, I guess, main releases, and I'm pretty sure these are the main releases, including your normal retail releases and your premium Bandai releases. I think there are a couple of ones in here that, I don't know, maybe are store exclusives as well, maybe. But in general, I will be just going through this main list as well. And then, depending on how well, this video is received, I might go through the event exclusive list as well. And again, I don't have all of these figures. I do have most of them. I think I have all of the figures in this main list. But in terms of the event exclusives here, I don't think I have many of those at all. Probably the ones on the bottom half, but yeah, again, this is just a fun video. It's not meant to be serious or anything. It's just me sitting back, enjoying my Sunday, chilling with you guys. And yeah, this is my opinion. Hopefully it doesn't offend anybody. If you agree with my tier list, great. If you don't, no worries. I mean, that's what opinions are for. Have fun with it. It's going to be a long video. I'm really looking forward to doing this. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into it. So here is the tier list that I created. So S, of course, is your top tier. It's pretty much perfect. You got your A, B, C, D, and F. F is a complete failure, trash, or whatever you guys want to call it. And I don't think there are any figures on this list that will probably make the F tier category. But hey, who knows? It's a long list. But again, the rules, I don't know if there are any rules. This is basically just my opinion. But I guess I will be ranking each figure based on the usual stuff like your articulation, aesthetics, paintwork, accessories, I guess, just how I feel about it, nostalgia value, and how much I guess I like the character in the series, stuff like that. Anyway, let's jump right into it. So the first figure and the original, we have the very first figure that started it all, Piccolo. And that's, I mean, for being the OG figure, it's got to be S. It had great accessories. Obviously, we have a 2.0 version of it now, but back then, it was painted well. The articulation was great for its time. It's the OG. It's the OG S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball figure, and it has to have an S ranking. Feel the same way for Super Saiyan Goku. This is actually my first S.H.Figuarts figure. I was blown away when I bought this, and I bought it way back in 2000 and I don't remember, 2016, like ages ago. I still have it. I don't bring it out as much as I should, but I still love this figure. Great paintwork, great shading. I mean, this was the era when, you know, figures actually had shading. You know, it wasn't just colored plastic. But this guy here, for nostalgia purposes, on its own, deserves an S ranking. Next we have Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and again it does fall in that same category of being like, you know, some of the original 1.0 figures, which I love, which I really do love. Like 1.0 figures, I have a real soft spot for 1.0 figures. But I don't know, I'm gonna put this guy in B. It had great accessories. Overall, it held up, you know, for a while. But I really didn't like the paintwork on this. It really kind of like spoiled the figure for me. The skin was too light. The gi colors were kind of like, you know, faded at best. So for me, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is about a B. And if I'm, you know, really being nice, then I would put it at an A again because it's an original figure. But no, it's B for me. All right, next up we have the original Super Saiyan Vegeta. I'm going to fumble my words a lot, just bear with me guys. And again, this is going to be a long video, so sit back, enjoy, you know, grab a cuppa, whatever you guys, you know, relax or chill with, and yeah, just enjoy. This one is one that I acquired recently, and it's one of the figures that I've always wanted, and it looks absolutely beautiful in person. It has some of the best paintwork. Again, you know, it's a 1.0 figure, not the best articulation, but, you know, the aesthetics for this guy, the off to the side looking faceplate option that it gets, that it comes with, is absolutely fantastic. And for me, this is an S tier. All right, the next one, I mean, you know, it's with Diamond now, Super Saiyan 3. It's, you know, it's back again, fantastic. I remember as a kid when I first saw Super Saiyan 3 on, you know, those, I guess now you can buy them on like premium Bandai, like old Dragon Ball cards. When I first saw it, that's where I first saw Super Saiyan 3. It was on those trading cards way back when I was a kid. But Super Saiyan 3, this uses the 1.0 Goku body. It looks good in promotional shots, but actually in hand, it tries to emulate that kind of Super Saiyan aura, but it looks kind of muddy. I really do like the effects it comes with, which is something that the 2.0 doesn't. But overall, I mean, the faces, it's okay. I'm going to give this a B. Maybe C, B, 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 C. Yeah, let's give it a B for now. This Trunks, the first Trunks, this came with a load of accessories, and it was the first figure that came with a base form and your Super Saiyan as well. It gets compared a lot to the premium color edition, which to me is absolute rubbish. I hate the paint job on that one. But this one here, I've never owned it, but from other reviews, from what other people say, this is actually a really great figure. Fantastic paint apps. Again, ton of accessories. And yeah, I think when the 2.0 or 3.0 came out, Future Trunks came out, I think a lot of people still kind of prefer this version because of like how it's scaled with every other figure in the line. But for this one, I'm going to give it an A. Future Trunks gets A. Cell for me, it's too small. A lot of people also agree with that. It's way too small. It needs to be taller, it needs to be bigger. But other than that, it's a fantastic figure with excellent articulation. Love this figure. The original colors, I think, look a lot better than the premium color edition, which I have. It's still a fantastic figure, but I do prefer the original release version. I guess it's kind of more manga accurate, but I love this figure. Great one. I'm going to put it at A. Next one of my holy grails, and I just got this figure in last year. Probably the best, one of the best, or the best Vegeta figure to date, which is not saying much, I guess, because we really haven't had, you know, any or too many fantastic Vegeta figures. When I get back home, we have the Battle Clothes Old Edition waiting for me at home. Not crazy about that name, the naming of that figure, but yeah, for this Vegeta, it's a grail for me. Fantastic paintwork. You put an updated head, the Vegeta 24,000 head on this, and it's almost perfect. The only thing letting it down is the articulation, which you can't be helped. But if they ever do go back and revisit this one and give us a 3.0, because we did get a 2.0 version, which is still a fantastic figure, but I do prefer this one. It's one to beat. It's one to beat. But for me, this one is an S tier. Love it. Original Frieza. This one came with the most accessories. Had fantastic paint job. The shoulders, not so good. But for a figure that is still kind of relevant, I would like to see an updated version of this. It's held up for such a long time. Does need an update. Again, fantastic accessories. I love the metallic purples on this. This for me is gonna get an A. Original Krillin. A lot of people love this figure. Never owned it. Always wanted one in my collection. But yeah, I guess just missed out, I guess. But we did get a fantastic update, and as good as this one, as good as people say this one is, I never owned it. So for me, this one's gonna go B. Original base form Goku, and I know I'm gonna ruffle a lot of figures. I'm gonna ruffle a lot of feathers, but for me, this is still my definitive base form Goku. Yes, we do need an updated 3.0 version. I'm gonna talk about the 2.0 version very soon when it comes up, the Saiyan Raised on Earth. But for me, this one is a far superior figure to that one. In pretty much every like category except articulation, but this looks so much better. This is like the faces, the head sculpts on this has some of the best face plates for a base form Goku. It has the best smiley face for Goku, and just the range. It's not just a smiley face. We get like a scared face as well, where he's kind of like goofing off. And one of my favorite figures that I still have out on my desk, and I still use in my reviews. So this one is going to go right up there with A. There we go. Android. Okay, so Android 16 and 17. I think they're about the same. I think 16 is probably more popular than, no, not 16, what am I saying? 17 and 18, Android 17 and 18. I think Android 18 is probably more sought after than 17. But for me, these two go hand in hand. If you've got one, you have to have the other. They're both fantastic figures. I am lucky enough to own the originals. But I do want the event exclusives, which are like crazy expensive now. But these two right here, great figures. For me, they're going to go A tier. Get a lot of accessories with these guys, and I still think they hold up. Again, I love 1.0s, but yeah, I would really like to see these guys get updated someday. All right, now we are moving on to Broly, and yeah, this year we're going to get the reissue, the 40th anniversary reissue. This is one of my grail figures. I am still looking for one for a decent price, and there have been more and more of these, on the secondary market now for going for cheaper. But this is one figure that I've always wanted. I don't own it, so I can't really give it anything higher, I guess, than an A or a B. But for its time, I think it was probably one of the best figures, and it was $60 when it first came out. $60. And they're charging like 100 now, but I mean, yeah, sure, inflation, all that thing, I get it. I'll probably love it more when I get it in hand. I know, third parties, Demoniacal Fit, put out theirs, and we've got Beast Deities as well. But this one is one that that I need in my collection. And if I could get every single version of this particular figure, I would. But for that reason, because I don't own it, I'm going to give it an A. Android 16 again was one of my grails, is probably one of the best 1.0 figures out there. I think it doesn't have as many accessories, but it's so well done. And the event exclusive with the updated faces is even better, which is the one that I have. I don't have the original, but I mean, you know, it's probably on par, I think, with like, you know, Broly and the other androids, but I really do like this figure. It's got some great engineering, good size figure, A tier. I know a lot of people don't like this one, but I think the 1.0 body, the 1.0 base form Goku body, probably matches Vegito better than Goku. I love the white gloves, love the boots, love the look of this, and it comes with a Super Saiyan head as well that you can swap out, which is great, so you get two forms. For me, this one was a great figure. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, the 2.0 came out. It doesn't have the Super Saiyan. Actually, it was just the Super Saiyan Blue. Yeah, I don't think it came with a base form. Did it come with a base form? You guys got to remind me. I think it was just the blue. But we're still waiting for a Buu Saga Vegito. This is still a fantastic figure that I think is slept on. For me, it's gonna get. Let's go B. Let's go B. All right. Never owned the original Ultimate Gohan. Again, just reuses the body from 1.0 Goku. Never liked the head sculpt or the face plates for this one. It's not going for pretty much, not too much these days. I think you can pick it up for like, I don't know, 50 to 70 bucks. I've seen it a couple of times on Mercari. Not really interested in picking it up, but because of their face plates, again, not a big fan of them. But I guess it's okay. But yeah, I don't know. For me, it's going to go D. Next up, we have Golden Frieza, and this is a completely brand new sculpt from the original fourth form Frieza or final Frieza. This one has the more accurate colors compared to the SDCC exclusive, which uses the same gold. Frieza's like body is supposed to be a different gold to his legs and his arms, so this one's more accurate. Still don't own this one. Would love it. I would love to find one for a decent price. It has gone up in price over time. Yeah, I haven't heard too many bad things about this one, but yeah, for me, it's one that I want in my collection. It looks good. Doesn't come with too many accessories. It's pretty bare bones, but we're gonna put it in B because it's a completely brand new sculpt, and they didn't just repaint fourth form Frieza. Yep, Super Saiyan Blue, the first Super Saiyan Blue movie from Resurrection F. I mean, it's like a retool of the 1.0, but like worse in so many ways. The plastic quality is like terrible at best. The color of the Super Saiyan Blue hair is not what they show in your promotional shots. It's like more of like a turquoise color. I hate the head sculpt. The face plates are bad. This one, I don't know, F or D. What do you think, guys? F or D? Do we put this one in our very first like trash? Like, I don't care if I don't have this figure in my collection at all. So we're gonna put an F. Really don't like this figure. Next one is one that I've said is one of the best figures in the line for a long time. Obviously, we've gotten some fantastic releases after this, but at the time, and for a long time actually, this is one of my favorite figures of all time. It was, I think when we look at the list right now, it was probably the first 2.0 figure that we've gotten in the line. It's a figure that came out with new legs, new upper torso. I think this was like the pioneer figure for 2.0, and for that, it gets, I think this one deserves an S tier. It didn't come with too many accessories, like it didn't come with any aura effects, but it had fantastic paintwork. We still had shading. Sculpt work was fantastic. The heads are okay. It still does use the original head sculpt from the original 1.0, which isn't a bad thing, but still it's a pioneer. And again, you can call it OG for the 2.0 series. So S tier for me. The premium color edition Vegeta is not as bad as people think. Yeah, you might not be a fan of the, I guess, the hair color, the kind of metallic yellow that they use for the hair, but it's a really well painted figure. And I would say it's probably as good as the original 1.0 Super Saiyan Vegeta. Doesn't have the shading, doesn't have as much shading, but it still has, you know, a fair amount of painted detail. The faceplates are great. It doesn't have that orangey tinge to it that the original one did. So, and it's the only Super Saiyan Vegeta with all white boots, like officially. So this is officially the Android Saga, or the only Android Saga Vegeta that we've gotten. And for that, I'm going to be generous and give it, no, actually, no, I'm going to give it a B ranking. This is one of the figures that I've always wanted in my collection. This one gets S and this one gets B. Yeah, sure, it doesn't make any sense, but, you know, B ranking for me. Next, trash. Yeah, don't have to say much about this one. Terrible paint, didn't come with as many accessories as the original. Yeah, no, not a good figure. For me, Beerus is probably pretty high. I would, if I was being generous, I'd give it an A, but it's actually a really good figure. A lot of interesting engineering. It's a figure that's pretty unique. We've only ever gotten it twice. This one, the original and the event exclusive. I have the event exclusive one. I don't have the original, but it's a really good figure, and one that I don't bring out as much as I should because it is a lot of fun. But for me, that's B. The Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is miles better than the Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Don't know what they were thinking with the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, but this one is so much better. The retooling is great. Again, it doesn't have fantastic articulation, but it looks good. It doesn't come with the crossed arms, and I do like the Whis outfit. I do like the black. They've resculpted the tights as well. So for me, this one gets, yeah, I'm going to give it a B. We don't have anything in the C ranking so far. Super Saiyan Trunks from the Cell Arc. This one came with the powered down Trunks hair, the purple hair with the ponytail tied up at the back. It's the only one, it's the only figure to come with that head because we didn't get that powered down head with the re-release last year, I think it was, or it was 2 years ago. But for me, yeah, I like this figure. It is this one and the Vegeta. These two figures are the original 2.0 Saiyan armor figures. So for that reason, again, pioneering that 2.0 engineering, it's gonna get a B. I liked it. Whis, I think a lot of people really don't like this figure for some reason. I have no idea why. People complain about it being a traffic cone, but I mean, come on, like, it's Whis. Have you ever seen him, like, I haven't anyway, you know, do the splits or anything like that? He doesn't need, you know, to be, like, well articulated, you know, with his legs. I'm fine with him being, you know, static down below. He's floating around most of the time anyway. He comes with his, like, stick thing. He's got, you know, pretty good articulation with his arms. You know, he looks great. It's well painted. Again, I have the SDCC event exclusive version. And yeah, he's right up there with Beerus. I mean, he's not going to be doing, like, any, you know, crazy poses. And he does the job. So for that, yeah, he gets B. I think I'm going to run out of room. Like, what happened? Do you guys know what happens when, you know, maybe just, makes another row. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Vegeta, 2.0 Vegeta. This one here, right up there with Trunks. I think this one has held up over time. It does have, unfortunately, the crappy ankles, which I really don't like. This one had the bigger shoulders, which I think works with this Vegeta. It has the lighter blue costume. And yeah, I think overall, it was a really good release for its time. Again, we do need an updated 3.0 Vegeta, but as far as 2.0s go, this is a great release, and I'm going to give it a B. All right. Now we're heading to the figure that I reviewed. This is probably the first S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball figure that I ever reviewed on my channel. If you guys look back, you'll see it. I think I don't know how many years ago it was, but this is one of the first figures that I ever reviewed on my channel. I absolutely love this figure. It does use the same head sculpt as the original 1.0, but they did update it, and they gave us a completely brand new sculpt with the 2.0 body, and it looks fantastic. Yeah, I really love this figure, and it comes with the powered down head sculpt as well. Yeah, again, something about Tamashii and their battle damaged figures, they just do them really well. This guy gets an A. There we go. Next up we have Cell Premium Color Edition. Don't really like these colors as much as the original, but again, it's the same figure. Let's put him in B. There we go. Next up, who do we have? We got the Time Patroller Trunks figures. I never owned them, so I can't really say too much about them. The Time Patroller figure, it's basically a 2.0 Trunks. If you rip off the cape, I know a lot of people use this one as a 2.0 custom Trunks. So if you rip off the cape, it's actually a pretty good custom 2.0 Trunks. So for this one here, I'm going to give it a B. I think the actual Time Patroller Trunks wasn't as well received. Again, I can't say much for it because I never owned it. Let's go C. 2.0 Scout of Vegeta. This one is a great figure. Has the 2.0 articulation, which is obviously better than the 1.0. I still prefer the 1.0 better. Overall aesthetics, it does use the same head sculpt as the 2.0 Vegeta, but it's just powered down, and it was the only way that you could get a powered down like Vegeta had at that time. I love this figure. It's great. A lot of good memories, but I'm going to put at B. Nappa is a slept-on figure. If you guys don't have a Nappa in your collection, this guy is a beast. Love it. Fantastic aesthetics. Looks exactly like Nappa. Love the proportions. It's chunky, it's heavy, really great figure. Probably won't get another Nappa for a long time. I think a lot of people wanted, the battle damaged, bare-chested Nappa that we saw. It was I think Tamashii had a couple of prototypes, but we got this one instead, and I'm happy that we got this one. This is a great figure. Love it. I'm going to put it at A tier. Next one is the 2.0 Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Great figure. Hair is too heavy. It does tend to tip over. You can actually stand it up on its own without a stand. Yeah, not really much to say about this one. It does have the bulkier arms. So yeah, it's just your regular 2.0 like Goku. Deep V cut. It's accurate. You get your halo. Yeah, great. Not much to say. B. This one here I've never owned, but I do want. It is, I guess you could say it is kind of one of my grails. It's the original Kaioken Goku with the 1.0 body. Again, you guys know how I feel about the 1.0 Goku bodies. It's pretty much exactly the same as the original 1.0 base form Goku, but with better shading. Sorry, not better shading, with your Kaioken shading, so it does look like he is in his Kaioken form. The skin tone is just a regular flesh skin tone, but the hair and the gi is colored in the way to, I guess, mimic or represent that Kaioken form. And it does come with the red aura effect. So for me, this one, again, I don't own it. If I do, I'll probably give it an A, but for now, let's put it at B. Shenron, yeah, it's okay. I mean, you're not going to pose it. You're not going to pose it, and you're just going to have him in that one static position always. Yeah, he is articulated, and yes, you can, obviously pose him around. That is possible, but yeah, it doesn't really do much. D. Super Saiyan God Goku, this is probably one of my favorite 2.0 Goku bodies. They don't do too much to it, but they do slim down the neck and they do slim down the arms, which is great, which is how it should be. Like the head sculpt, it is not the same as the, or at least I don't think it is. It's not the same as your Saiyan race on Earth. It could be. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Don't have my figures on me, so I can't really check. But I do like this figure. This one's a good one. Love the colors, nice, bright, and it looks very, very similar to how he is represented in the movie. So B. There's going to be a lot of Bs. I think there's going to be a lot of Bs. Yamcha, this is a great Yamcha. It comes with the Cyberman. It's one that a lot of people want, a lot of people missed out on. It's the one from the Saiyan arc. Great figure. Again, 2.0, nothing fancy, but it does work. Love the head sculpts. And again, yeah, very iconic figure. For that, I mean, I'm going to give Yamcha a break and I'm going to give him an A ranking. Yes, Yamcha, there we go. So this is what it looks like so far. Got 30 minutes left, I guess, but how are we looking? How are we looking? We might have to break this up into 2 videos. We'll see how it goes. All right. Next up, we have Tien. Tien is a brand new sculpt, bigger, bulkier body as he should be. This is another great figure. I really enjoy it. Again, the head sculpts are how they are supposed to be in the Saiyan arc. It's not as sharp. It's a little bit softer, a little bit more, I guess, rounder. And yeah, well, just all around, great figure. And it does come with a Chaozu, even though the Chaozu isn't, articulated. So for that, it gets a B. The original Dragon Ball Kid Goku, this one came with a Kinton, fantastic accessories, head's a little bit too big, doesn't really scale with your Dragon Ball Z figures. Like when we're talking about technology, like figure technology in 2025, I guess doesn't really hold up, but still, no, it was a great figure. Again, has a lot of accessories and one that I really enjoyed when it first came out. And for that, it gets an A, baby. Goku Black. This was the only Goku Black that came with the base form head. So if you wanted the base form Goku Black head, not just the rosé, then yeah, this was the only one to go. And again, this one goes for crazy prices now. Yes, Demoniacal Fit did come out with, I guess, their replica, a version, I think, which had the scythe and all, but we're not talking about third parties. This is a great figure, great accessories. I just don't really care too much about Dragon Ball Super that much. If we're talking about Dragon Ball Super, I guess the Goku Black arc was probably my favorite. But yeah, I don't know, B. Re-release of Super Saiyan, no, not Super Saiyan, re-release of 4th form Frieza. And yeah, this one had better painted shoulders, didn't come with as many accessories as the original. Like every time they re-release this form of Frieza, you get less and less accessories, but you also get them for a better price also, which I guess is a good thing. This one came with a halo because I think this was after Resurrection of after he, Vegeta killed him. So, he's in the afterlife realm or whatever. But, we still do get the death beams, the death ball, which is, I think more than enough. We just don't get that rock base. So yeah, no, I think if you missed out on the original Frieza, this is a great replacement and one that I still use quite a bit in my videos. So yeah, this is a good one. B. I repainted this one. Didn't like the colors. I wasn't too disappointed with the waist. I think a lot of people don't think that this figure has a tiny waist, which it does, don't get me wrong, but it's not as bad in person, I guess, and I guess over time it's grown on me. It's okay, I guess. I don't think it really came with much, and because I repainted it to try to make it look better, yeah, I don't know, maybe C. The SDCC version is way better, and I would rank that like probably like the B, an A or a B, at least an A or a B. But for me, this one is a C. Yeah, it was just okay. All right, yep, there we go. That's where you belong. That's where you belong. Yeah. Yes, I know a lot of people like this one. It's the first time it's the 2.0 base form Goku figure that we've always, that we've wanted for a long time at that time. It was, I think it was the first budget figure release from Tamashii. We haven't had a base form Goku for a while. Obviously we've had the Super Saiyan Awakening Goku, which I guess, was the only Super Saiyan Goku, like 2.0 Goku at the time. So yeah, I mean, having a base form in the line, 2.0 base form Goku in the line was a big thing. But for me, I hated the faces. They're just so generic. Like that happy face sucks ass. Sucks ass. I don't care what you say. I don't care how many copies of this you have. I know this is the definitive base form Goku, for a lot of people's collections. I know a lot of people have this one, like bought multiple copies of this Goku. But for me, hate the faces. The body's fine. I have no qualms about the body, but the faces just suck ass, okay? And if you think otherwise, you can shut up. I'm just joking, guys. Roshi is an A for me. Great accessories, great figure, really well engineered. Love it. Not much to say. Crazy aftermarket prices. I hope Tamashii re-releases this figure because I know a lot of people missed out on this one. Yeah, crazy good figure. Not quite S tier, but it does deserve an A very strong A. Buu's pretty good. Buu's pretty good. You can't really do too much with it because of I guess the design of it. But in terms of I guess accessories, on how big the figure, and I don't think it was crazy expensive either the first time it came out. So for me, this one gets a B. Not the biggest Buu Saga fan, if you guys know that or not. First Bulma figure, this one was absolute, I was going to say ass because, we were just talking about Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, but this is an absolute banger. Love this figure. Fantastic accessories, great articulation for a female figure. It's a smaller, it's a smaller, thinner figure, but it is really, really well engineered, and this one deserves an A. Dragon Ball Super Trunks, love the accessories. I was really surprised it came with the giant, blue aura sword. Not my favorite version of Trunks, and it does come with both Powered Down and Super Saiyan 2 Trunks heads. So for that, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan Rage, whatever you want to call it, yeah, it's not bad. For me, this one gets a B. Again, not my favorite version of Trunks, but it's pretty fun. It's not bad. The General, he gets an A. This is a really great figure. It's a big figure, and one for Dragon Ball fans. It's a must for Dragon Ball fans. I really enjoy this figure. It's one that I don't pull out too much in my videos. It's tucked away somewhere in my collection, amongst all the boxes that I have, but I really do enjoy that figure. Fantastic. If you love Dragon Ball, you need that one in your collection. Gets an A ranking. Next one is Ultra Instinct. This one was a funny one. They first showed this guy. I don't remember what year it came out. It was during SDCC. They showed promo shots. It had the exact same hair sculpt as the base form Craptacular Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, but they just painted it silver. And I don't know whether they listen to the fans' comments, collectors' comments or not, but a lot of people were saying, that's not the hair. The hair's not accurate. The hair's not accurate. And when they showed it actually in the show, they updated the hair. So, for that and the fantastic brand new battle damaged body, everything is completely brand new sculpted. They went all out. It wasn't lazy. They didn't just use the same battle damage like pants that they had for the Saiyan, the Awakening Goku. Completely brand new sculpted pants, upper torso. Everything on this figure was new. They went all out, and for that I think it deserves a strong A. This one here was, I think it wasn't too well received when it first came out, but it did come with a decent amount of accessories. It came with the ghost, it came with a ring. It didn't come with a base form head, which I think a lot of people wanted. It is a little bit too big, I think, in terms of scaling. But no, it's not a bad figure. I think it's one that if you enjoy the Buu arc, it's one that you'll enjoy in your collection as well. So for that, it goes in the B section. Kaioken Goku. I think a lot of people either like or hate the way that this is colored. For me, I like it. It represents that Kaioken aura really, really well. And we get 2 head sculpts, which is great. For me, this one's a strong B. Ginyu gets an A. It's probably one of the best Ginyu Force figures. We did get all of the members, of course, but for me, this is one of my favorites, and this was one that was really impressive for me. It came with a decent amount of accessories. We got the frog, we got the frog face, the frog face Ginyu head sculpt. It's big, it's chunky, really well articulated. One of my favorite Ginyu Force figures. How are we doing for time? All right, cool. I think we can. Yeah, we might be able to get through maybe, I don't know, maybe 20 more figures, but let's have a look. So this was the first time that Tamashii did a really big figure. Yeah, we did have Shenron, but it wasn't like to this scale. And Grade 8 Vegeta for me is probably one of their best large figures, because we did get Purunga later on, and we'll talk about that later. But we didn't get, it was because it is a really big figure, like the lack of any paint, makes it a little bit plain. But the sculpt work, the engineering, it's got ratcheting joints, it's got die cast, it comes with a little mini, Yajirobe. We get options with the faces, we get a little mini Goku, when he's crushing Goku. This is a fantastic release, and I think a lot of people who missed out on it really want Tamashii to re-release it, which I hope they do in the future. So for me, this one gets an A, baby. I never picked this one up, but I hear a lot of good things about it, so it's going to get a B. The cycle is fantastic. If you have the Bulma, you need this bike. Die-cast parts, looks fantastic. Not a bad price when it first came out. It's a little bit pricey now, and Tamashii re-released it, I think, twice now. But yeah, it's a great bike. I would really love to see more vehicles from the Figuarts line, but for me, this one was great. A. Krillin's going to be. He didn't come with as many accessories as Kid Goku. It's the same body, minus the tail. It comes with a Kamehameha effect. It's like a beam effect. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, it's B. It's all right. This one here I got through a mate. Again, it was only a US exclusive. It was only released in the US, which sucks. Again, if you're a Dragon Ball Super fan, that sucks even more. But this is actually a pretty good figure. It doesn't come with too many accessories, but if you really enjoy the Goku Black Arc, I think you will enjoy this one as well. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to put it into C because it was only a US exclusive. So yeah, let's go with C. Screw you, Tamashii, for making this just a US exclusive. Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. Love the Final Flash Kamehameha effect. Head sculpts are great. Gi is wrong. It should have the deeper V cut. They gave it the higher V cut, the same body as Saiyan Rays on Earth Goku. So the neck was a little bit high, but overall it's a pretty good looking figure. I love the head sculpts on this one. Yeah, it's going to get a B. It's going to get a B. Our very first 2.0 Piccolo. Completely brand new sculpt. Comes with a cape, crossed arms, you know, his little hat. This is a good one. I really enjoy this one. I'm tempted to give it an A, but it didn't come with a special beam cannon. Could have been taller. Could have been taller. So for that, it's going to get an A. No, it's going to get a B. It's going to get a B. I still really like this one though. But yeah, B. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is a D. Didn't like this one. Head too big, balancing issues, torso too long. Ugh. Mr. Satan is a great figure. If you guys missed out on this one, really hoping Tamashii re-release this one, but because this one commands a very high aftermarket price, I'm going to give it an A. Original sculpt, great articulation, good accessories. It's the only Mr. Satan figure that we have, so it's going to get an A. Bardock is a excellent figure. Yes, it does use... actually, no, it doesn't use anything. It's a completely brand new sculpt for everything. The faces, I think, aren't spot on, and the colors aren't the colors that a lot of people wanted when they first showed promotional pictures of it. It's not the Dragon Ball Z movie version colors of Bardock. So if they fix the colors, I think I would have given this figure a higher rank. But for me, because I guess of the colors, yeah, I think I'm gonna put it like in B. I really do like this figure, and I repainted this one, and it looks so much better with the darker green. I don't know. I like Bardock. I really do like Bardock. He's one of my favorite characters. But yeah, let's put him in B. Raccoon is a great figure, probably on par with Captain Ginyu. It's a big one. It's heavy. It's chunky. Feels good in hand. Great to pose. Again, one of the better Ginyu Force figures, and that one, yeah, it's going to get an A. Same with Raditz. Raditz is a fantastic figure, brand new sculpt. The only thing letting this one down was like the skin tone. Like the kneecaps were a slightly different color. You didn't get as much paint work with the armor. It was a little bit shiny, especially on the pads. But I did kind of, you know, touch it up, and it looks really, really good now. But yeah, this is definitely an A. Really like this figure, and I'm really glad that they used this body for Turles as well. How we're looking? I think I might have to split this video up into, I think we can do a couple more. All right, let's go. First Form Frieza. For me, this one is one of my favorite Frieza figures. He's not, yeah, I guess he's almost perfect. Yeah, I'm going to put him on S. I really, really like this figure. Hold up. I'm going to put him in A to put him in S. If you guys don't have this one, this is a fantastic Frieza to get. It comes with everything. It comes with his, like, you know, little, you know, transport pod. You got your little, you know, planet destroying effect there. It's just, you know, a golden ball that sits on his finger, but it's great. Akira Toriyama supervised with the coloring and the engineering and the sculpting of this figure. So I mean, you can't go wrong when, you know, the original creator supervised the production of this figure. So yeah, for me personally, one of my favorite Frieza figures, probably second to Full Power, but I really, really like this one. It's a really good figure for how much it retailed for. And yeah, no, it's Frieza, come on. So this one gets an S for me. Berta, Berta himself is great. Again, he's really well articulated for a big figure. Doesn't come with too many accessories. He is a little bit bare bones. I think he only came with like, 2 extra head sculpts. But the biggest letdown was Guldo. Wasn't articulated. He came with a few options, like he came with an extra head and a couple of different arms. But the fact that he wasn't articulated really let this release down for me. And for that, I'm going to give him a C. This one goes in C, yeah. We needed a really good Super Saiyan Goku. We did, and for me personally, Tamashii didn't really deliver. The only saving grace for me with this figure was the head sculpt and the smiley face. And I know a lot of people don't like the smiley face, but for me, this one blows Saiyan Rays on Earth's smiley face out of the water like by miles. I really enjoy the faceplate, the smiley faceplate for this one, but other than that, when they first released it, it was way too gummy. I don't know what kind of plastics they use for this body. The re-release of this figure, and I think they've re-released this figure like many times already because, it's Goku. It's Super Saiyan Goku. So they've re-released this figure like many times over now. It did get better, but that original release, it was just terrible. And again, the only saving grace for it was a smiley face for me and the hair, which I repainted. It should have been a lighter, a much paler yellow. Hit was a great figure, great accessories, great engineering. If you love Dragon Ball Super, you're going to enjoy this one. For me, I don't have too much of an attachment to this character, so for me it gets a B. Lunch is a fantastic figure. Love the original character. I love this character. I grew up reading Dragon Ball manga as a kid, so this one was a no-brainer. It comes with both her blonde version head sculpt and her nice blue hair version of her as well. Great figure, on par with Bulma. So for me, it gets an A. Yeah, this one's a no-brainer. Here we go. Final Form Cooler. Got to put him in A to put him in S. One of my favorite figures of all time. Fantastic figure. For all those of you who missed out on the original, here is your chance to own it. The 40th reissue is still up on pre-order, so if you don't have this figure, it is a masterpiece of a figure. Everything about this figure is fantastic. Probably would have liked it to come with maybe an effect piece or something like that, but as a figure on its own, it's amazing. Again, one of my favorite figures in the line, one of the best figures to ever come out in the Dragon Ball Z line. All right, let's do 2 more. Namek Arc Bulma is good, not as good as Dragon Ball Bulma. She does come with a decent amount of accessories, but I don't like this version as much as Dragon Ball Bulma. So this one gets a solid B. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, all the buzz right now because of Daima, but for me, when this came out, this is probably one of my favorite Goku figures. Tamashii will probably say, hates me calling this figure this, but this was the first 3.0 Goku figure that we got. And yeah, great upper half. It does use, actually no, it doesn't use anything from 2.0 at all. New legs, new ankles, really good ankle articulation. The sculpt work is fantastic. Love the faces. It's big, it's chunky. The only thing missing from this was, I guess, shading. The coloring can look a little bit plain. So if it did have, just a bit more paint work on it, I probably would have given an S tier. But yeah, it's a strong A. It's in between A and S, but I'm going to give it an A. I don't know, yeah, maybe S. All right, moving on. These Dragon Ball Super androids, I'm going to pair these two together. They're pretty good. I think a lot of people don't really like them that much because the outfits are a little bit plain for me. The faceplates, it's not the faceplates, the head sculpts and faceplates are great. You can actually use them for your original Androids 17 and 18 as well. So yeah, I guess you can, give them a little bit of an update. Yeah, not really too much to say about these. For me, these are pretty good. I enjoy them for what they are. Again, not the biggest Dragon Ball Super fan, but yeah, still pretty good. I'm going to give them a B. 2.0 Krillin, one of the best figures, again, in my opinion, in the line. Fantastic update. 3.0, everything comes with your Kienzan, your Destructo disc. This guy here, I'm going to give him an S tier. This is S tier level stuff. I forgot a name. What's the name? Kefla? Kefla, yeah, that's right, Kefla. This is actually a really good figure. It's probably one of the best Dragon Ball Super figures. Comes with some really fantastic aura effects, and I think this one is slept on a lot, even from me, But I really enjoy this one. It's one that I probably should pose around a lot more. But I think this one, I'm going to give this one a higher rank than I think most people would give it. I'm going to give it an A because as an overall package, it's a fantastic figure. And we're going to do one more. We're going to finish off with Frieza, 4th form Frieza, and this one is probably the most bare bones Frieza. It doesn't, ow, damn, I just bumped my knee. Oh, I just hit my knee on the table. Sorry, guys. This Frieza is gonna get a solid. It's gonna get a solid B, I guess. I like the aesthetics, the paintwork on this one, the coloring, but it really doesn't come with much. Did I put the other Frieza on this? Okay, now this one's gonna get a C because I can't put this in the same tier ranking as this Frieza, and this Frieza comes with more accessories and has shading. So yeah, this one's going to get a C. It works as a final form Frieza if you don't have it. From this Frieza on, it does pair better with your other Friezas, I guess. But as a release on its own, it's okay. Alright guys, we are back, and I thought I would break this video up in two, but I think I can get it done in maybe an hour and a half. So the remaining figures that we do have left, I can probably cover them in about 30 minutes or so. So let's keep this going. So the next one we've got is Dodoria. I like this one. Again, big, chunky, new design, Namek Saga, right up my alley. I'm going to put in B. Zarbon, so Pretty Boy Zarbon. It's a little basic. There really isn't too much to it. Everything that we've seen from a 2.0 figure so far, that's what Zarbon is. We get a replaceable ponytail, I guess, which is nice. And we do have the Ugly Boy Monster Zarbon coming up. I'm pretty excited for that one. So we'll see how that goes. I think the Ugly Boy Zarbon, because of the design, is probably going to be a better figure. There's going to be a lot more to it. So yeah, I think this one, it's about a C. So now we're actually up to Dragon Ball Super Superhero. And with the Superhero, there were a couple of figures that came out during this movie. One of them was a retooled Piccolo, and this one was probably one of the better ones out of the superhero wave. It had all brand new sculpt. It didn't look like it, but the upper chest, the pants, everything was newly sculpted. Yes, the shoes were round, but that's, you know, hey, accurate to the movie. You don't get the cape and you don't get the hatted head, but for a figure that's about, you know, 35 bucks, it's a pretty good deal. So that one's gonna go in B. Goku was okay. C. Faces are better than Saiyan Raised on Earth. This one was C as well. It's fine. It's fine. Don't like the faces, but again, it's a good chance for people to get a base form Goku and a base form Vegeta, something that, you know, we didn't really get too much of. I'm talking about base form Vegeta, that is. The dining set, the banquet set, it was a good first try. I didn't really use it that much, so I'm going to put it in C. Chaozu and Tien, this time it's the, not the Saiyan, the Cell Arc Tien, and it comes with an articulated Chaozu, which is actually really, really good. So this is the one to get. I'm going to put it in A, actually. This is a really good one. All right, let's go to, yep, again, more superhero figures. And this one I really, really enjoy. It's kind of like our first 3.0 in the Dragon Ball Super superhero wave. And I think this one deserves a B, a solid B. Again, it didn't come with any, like, the accessories. The accessories came with other figures, like the Super Saiyan head, the cape, the glasses. All of that came with other figures, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. But as a figure itself, again, for 30 bucks, it's a pretty solid figure. The faces didn't turn out as well as they did, or as good as they looked in the promotional shots, but, you know, it's pretty good. I liked it. Gohan, great faces. The body was just okay. Had some balancing issues, not the best. Cell, Imperfect Cell. I had high hopes for this one. Again, it's a little bit too short. I think they could have done a little bit better with this one, but it's a solid B. Great Saiyan Man, great figure. I love everything about this figure except the powered down head. That, if you've seen that, you guys know what I'm talking about. So everything else, Super Saiyan 2 head, looks great, but I usually just keep this as the Great Saiyan Man. So this one's going in B. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, loved it. I think it deserves to be in the same tier as Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, yep, I know this is going to ruffle a couple of feathers as well, but for me, I was going to buy the whole set anyway. You know, I did enjoy Superhero, the movie, and these guys came with the cape for Ultimate Gohan and also came with Super Saiyan heads for Gohan as well. So, I mean, if you wanted just the accessories, then this sucks majorly for you guys. But you know, for someone who, you know, ended up collecting the whole wave of superhero figures, then these guys were actually really fun. And I'm going to put them up in A because the figures are great themselves. They're great Android figures themselves. And they came with accessories that I wanted for a figure that I already enjoyed. Yep. Okay. Purunga, we'll put on down to D. It's okay. It's kind of expensive for what you get. I mean, it's huge, it's big, you get the electronics, but it's kind of boring. You know, there really isn't much you can do with it. You just kind of, like, you know, put it in your display, and sure, yeah, it's going to turn heads. It's going to start a couple of conversations with you coming over and, you know, having a look at your display. But other than that, it's really just a statue, so not much to it. Turles, this guy is one of my favorite figures of all time. I'm so happy that they did this guy. Love my Dragon Ball movies, and this one is a must. Man, I think this guy deserves an S class because all of the accessories you get the cloak, you know, you get the fruit, from the Tree of Might, of course, but you also get some awesome aura and energy effects as well. So that's S class for me. Frieza, second form Frieza, A, no question about it. Buu, A, yeah, that's going in A. Super Vegeta, I think this is This was the, I guess, repaint of the older 2.0 version of Vegeta, Super Saiyan Vegeta. Again, it's fine. They updated the colors. The colors are nice. The faceplates are nice too. But you know, it's just okay. I'm gonna put it in. We'll put it in B because it's a good chance for people to get, you know, a Super Saiyan figure, and it's pretty cheap too. It was like 30 bucks. This one I kind of have mixed feelings about because number one, it's a fantastic looking figure. You get both powered down and Super Saiyan versions of Trunks, but just the first release of this, it was just plagued with QC issues. They kind of rectified that with the second release, but you know, for a figure that you're paying like 70 or 75 bucks for, that really shouldn't happen. I'm still really happy with the figure, and I would have bumped it up to A, but as it is, and because of its history, it's B. Don't really care about this version of Broly. C. Third form Frieza. That one's an A. All of these, like all of these forms besides fourth, definitely deserve an A. Fantastic figure, love it. This one, I don't know, I wouldn't call it biased, but this for me was a complete package. Fantastic accessories, love the head sculpt, love the sculpt itself, love the engineering. I think this is the first figure in the line to use soft gi material, and for the most part it worked pretty well, I think. It probably doesn't have as much range as a 2.0 ab crunch cut, but for me, I'm totally fine with that because it looks better, it's more streamlined, and yeah, I just love the special beam cannon attack effect that we got. So this guy for me, I'm gonna put him in S because that's a complete package. I really enjoy that figure. The effect parts piece, the effects set for Goku, it was okay. I don't use that as much, but I do enjoy seeing what other people can do with it, and you know, a lot of creative people, especially on Instagram, you can just see a lot of really cool shots using these effects, and you know, you can use them for pretty much anything. You don't have to use it for Dragon Ball figures. You can use it for pretty much anything. If it's 6-inch, it'll work. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a C. It was good. Orange Piccolo is a really good one. I love Piccolo. He's one of my favorite characters. I was really happy that he got an upgrade. I'm kind of indifferent about this form. It's a huge, big, buff Piccolo, and that's pretty cool on its own. So for me, it lacks accessories, but it's a really well-made figure, so I'm gonna put that up in A. Android 20. Android 20 is good. I like Android 20. He's gonna get a B. Broly, A, definitely. This is a fantastic figure. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of Dragon Ball Super, but this is a fantastic figure. And even if you don't like this version of Broly, it still is, you know, it's big, it's chunky, articulates really well, fantastic sculpt work, can't go wrong. Gogeta, I'm going to put him up with the A as well. This is just as good. Still technically a 2.0, but it's an all brand new sculpt, and it looks exactly, or looks very close to how he was portrayed in the movie, which is great. Like it. Let's have a look. So we have the legendary Super Saiyan. For me, this one, I want to give it an S, but because we had that initial issue where the chest was a different color to the rest of the body, it kind of drops it down a notch. The second release fixed that, and again, it came with fantastic accessories. You got the new Kamehameha. I love the head sculpts. I love the sculpt work. This is probably one of the most beautiful looking figures, Goku figures that you can find. Probably one of the best ones, actually. But to bring it up to S, it's got to be pretty near perfect. And this one, because it kind of screwed us up with the first release, it's gonna sit in A. Cell Saga Yamcha, it was okay. C. These two Vegetas, yeah, they're okay. C and C. This is the reissue and the original issue. I have this, haven't opened it. Here it's good from some people. Here that they don't care about. Here that it's, you know, I figure that they don't really care about from others. So for me, I don't really, you know, play the games. But yeah, so it's gonna go and C. This Goku here, it's okay. The hair sculpt is fine. I still think there should be, you know, like an extra strand on the top of the Super Saiyan Blue hair, especially in Super. So for me, this was fine. See, Potara Zamasu, yep. Again, not the biggest fan of Super, but hey, this was an interesting arc. It's a pretty good figure. It came with quite a bit of accessories. Yeah, B, solid B. Ikari Broly, A. Definitely a solid A. I would even say that it's like borderline S, because it's almost near perfect. You know, it kind of gives us two forms. You get the Ikari form and you get the Super Saiyan form as well. Very, very good figure on its own. Excellent articulation. Just, yeah, good stuff. Good size as well. King Piccolo, A. Yep, one of my favorite Piccolo figures. Huge, tall figure. If you don't have it, definitely should pick it up. Highly recommended. Another Dragon Ball Bulma. This one for me, it's the classic, you know, the classic Dragon Ball version. I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it as much as this Bulma here. So it's going to sit in the B tier for me. Jiren is fine, but he's a little bit boring, so he's going to sit in C. Jackie Chun, A for me. Another really well-made figure. Lots of fun. Full Power, not Broly, but Jiren for me was good, was really good. Excellent sculpt work, fantastic articulation, big, bulky, well-sized. Came with a bunch of effects. I think it came with a bunch of effects. But I really like this one. So this one's A for me. What else? We got Geese. Geese is B. Geese is fine. This one's D. Doesn't stand up properly. Don't really like this version of Krillin. No, I worded that wrong. I like this version of Krillin. It just wasn't well executed. So yeah. Pan, yeah, it's C. It's fine. C. Metal Cooler. Metal Cooler for me was a highlight actually. I really enjoyed this figure. I don't think there was anything wrong with this figure except the fact that it was really, really expensive. It was like, you know, it was like more than $100. It was like 12,000 yen. And obviously, you know, if you wanted to buy multiple of them, you had to fork out, you know, a ton of cash, or you know, just, you know, do some Photoshop, I guess. But for me, Metal Cooler was a pretty impressive piece. I don't take him out of the box. Actually, I don't take out many of my figures out of their boxes, so he stays in his box. But he is pretty to look at. A pain in the ass to photograph. Again, you know, if you wanted multiple versions of him, you'd have to, I guess, take out a second loan or do some photoshopping. But for me, I really enjoy this figure. Yeah. Let's head back down, and GT Kid Goku is actually a really good one. It's probably one of the best Kid Gokus out there. So this one for me, even though you know, I'm not the biggest GT fan, it sits right over there with A. Very well deserved. Mecha Frieza. This is an easy one for me. S, definitely. It's almost two figures in one. Great accessories, fantastic new sculpt. Everything is new. really well engineered, good size. Really loved this figure. Toyotaro Ultra Instinct Goku. This one was another exclusive. It's a V-Jump. I think it's a V-Jump exclusive, but it came with your Toyotaro art-inspired heads, which I love. You know, I love artist-specific, era-specific head sculpts, and this one really did it for me. I wouldn't go as far as to put it in S, but it's pretty high up there, and it came with, you know, some beautiful packaging. It looked really premium, and it came with an encyclopedia as well, including all of the releases, every release, every Dragon Ball release up until this point. So yeah, no, it's definitely a really good one. I like it. Android 20, Dr. Gero, solid B. Great figure, love that dome head. Vegeta 24,000, this is, I guess, officially our first like updated Vegeta since the 2.0 body. Everything up top is kind of new except for the arms, but you know, they screwed up the shoulders. They gave us shoulders that were too big, and the legs are still the same as the 2.0, which I don't mind, except for it comes with those crappy ankles that have no articulation. So for me, it's a B. But the head sculpts is probably some of the best Vegeta head sculpts you'll find. Now we get a budget version of Super Saiyan God Goku, which is great. Again, I really like this body, and it's a fantastic chance for anybody who missed out on the original, which was a premium Bandai web exclusive, and it comes at a really, really cheap price as well. So yeah, can't argue with that. B. QE, A. Solid A for me. The fact that, you know, Tamashii would make a character like this, the fact that they would go to such extents, you know, to give us his death scene with that, you know, psychotic, you know, face of his. Awesome. Can't ask for more. A. 3.0 Teen Gohan. Some people are gonna yell at me for calling him in Teen Gohan, so it's a Cell Arc Gohan. Doesn't come with a Super Saiyan 2 head. I'm fine with that because, again, like I said in my predictions video, we should get a completely brand new figure for a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. You know, this isn't the Gi. He's all beaten up, you know, he's got scratches, bruises, cuts, you know, rips, tears all over. We should get that version with a Super Saiyan 2 head. But this figure on its own, cloth goods, cloth cape, the very first cloth goods Dragon Ball figure in the line. For me, it's a solid A. Almost an S, but you know what? Let's give it an S. It's a pretty damn good release. We'll bump it up to S. The aura effects pieces set for Goku, B, because for that price, it's like 35 bucks. You get so many effect pieces with this, including like a Kamehameha, a charge up aura, a mid-air charge up aura. It comes with a stand. The head sucks ass, but yeah, those aura effects, beautiful. King Cold for me was good. A little bit plain because of how big the figure is. I think it should have come with a little bit more paint apps, but other than that, I really did enjoy this figure. It's massive, it's imposing, has a lot of shelf presence, so I'm gonna bump it up to A. And it comes with a throne, so we're almost home. This is another US only release. It's the Super Saiyan, not Super Saiyan, Kaioken. It has a matte finish compared to the original release, which has that glossy finish, that kind of like pearlescent glossy finish. So I think I would prefer this over that in terms of like aesthetics, but they're essentially the same figure, so B. Trunks, B. Vegeta, B. It does come with some really good head sculpts, probably the some of the best Vegeta head sculpts, I would say. This and 24,000, really good head sculpts. We've got Android 17, Super Android 17, fantastic figure. Bunch of great accessories, really well engineered, and a lot of fun to pose. So this one's A for me. Pan, I didn't get a chance to review her. She was all right. Yeah, she was all right. Pan goes with Pan. So yeah, there we go. That's C. Now we're almost there. So I'm gonna rank the last 3 Diamond figures together. But Full Power Frieza, S tier, baby. Right up there. Diamond figures, Goku was good. I liked it. I liked how he came with a power pole. Really fun. Love the soft rubbery like gi overlay. Works really well. For a tiny figure, it's pretty good. Decent. I would say that Vegeta is a C. It's not as good, but it's still decent. It's not bad. And Piccolo is definitely the cream of the crop. He is the star of the show and whatever, I guess, other analogy that you can think of, but I'd give him a really solid A. It's everything that I want in an updated 3.0 Piccolo. They just need to upsize him and yeah, give us a cloth cape and we're good to go. And that is the list, everybody. That's 146 figures, no event exclusives, and yeah. So just to give you guys a rundown, this is my S tier right here. Yeah, obviously the S tier is probably, yeah, it's about the same as D and F in terms of how many figures I got up there. That's my S tier. That's my A. A lot of A's. Yeah. I mean, you know, the Dragon Ball line is a really good line. You know, say what you will about it in recent years, it still has some of the best figures, I think, from the out of S.H.Figuarts. Like, you know, that's why it's so popular. But quite a lot of figures in A, and most of the figures I think are B. So they're like, you know, they're good. You know, they're not great. They're not bad, but you know, there is room for improvement. Whether that's in the articulation department or accessories or, you know, paintwork or, you know, something's a little bit lacking, but they're still pretty decent figures. C, I guess it's more of a personal preference thing. Either, you know, they kind of like, you know, missed the boat with something, or, you know, dropped the ball with something. Or, you know, it's just a figure or a character that I don't really care for. D, you know, what can you say about D? It's just D and F. I mean, you can have them in your collection or not. It doesn't really matter. Again, most of this is just personal preference, but yeah, D and F. I mean, there really isn't too many terrible figures. And, you know, and to be fair, like, you know, Super Saiyan Blue Resurrection F Goku and the premium colored edition of Super Saiyan Trunks, I mean, they're not terrible, but, you know, I mean, they're not great either. So again, here is my list, guys. Thank you for sticking around. I think we're almost at the, you know, hour and a half mark. So this is a really long video. If you guys stuck to the end, thank you so much. If you enjoy these kind of videos, these tier videos, these more kind of laid back, you know, just talking to you guys kind of videos, let me know. Drop us a like if you enjoyed the video. I would love to hear what you guys would rank in your S, A, B, C, D, E, F. Maybe just, you know, give us, you know, one example from each tier. And yeah, I'll see you guys when I get back to Japan. I'm still in the States for another week for work. So hopefully when I get back, things will go back to normal and I can get some reviews out. Yeah, you guys stay safe out there, and I will see you all very, very soon. Remember to do those push-ups, and as always, yoroshiku.